What if I told you that one of the biggest lies keeping millions of people financially stuck today is that word that says, I need money before I can start? That is not completely true, because many of us actually know some persons that actually started with more money, but they could not pull through, while some barely had nothing to start with and were able to pull through. What exactly did they know and what exactly did they do right? That's exactly what we're about to reveal in today's episode.
Welcome to True Lessons in Motion Podcasts, a space for entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, and dream chasers.
Maybe you are watching this right now and you are saying to yourself, I want to start business. I want to invest. I want to learn a skill. Or maybe I want to create other source of income. Then one thing pop up in your mind and one sentence is, I don't have money. How do I start without no money? You are in the right place. That's exactly what we're about to deal with today. In case you are new here, my name is Michael Abanye. Here we are all about helping you create your business, start up your business, scale it, and create wealth. If that sounds like what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button, share this, and like it so that more people can get to know about what you're about to learn today. Now, let's get down to the business of today. Now, I understand the economies are quite tough now. Salaries are seriously under pressure. Prices of things are on the rise. I remember my case vividly a couple of years ago. While growing up, I stayed with one of my friends' auntie. While I was there, I used to help them do a lot of house chores. There's this particular one I love so much to do, which was actually handling the laundry for his husband. Those days, I used to pride myself as a senior houseboy. This thing gives me joy. Back then, I never knew that life was preparing me for the future ahead of me. After graduation, years ago, I couldn't get a job. Life was tough. In one of my states of being confused and in depression, my wife looked at me and said to herself, my dear, why don't you start a laundry business? That didn't get down well with me, because how will a graduate start a laundry business? That looks belittling, Then I began to learn some things about life, that don't be shameful of what is gainful. Tomorrow is pregnant with a lot of possibilities, and that humbled me. Then I said to my wife, how do we start? This is a general problem all over the world. No money. Where do we start from? And after thinking together with a deep sense of thought, we concluded by saying, let's sell one of our household items, which we sold and were able to raise our first initial capital. Guess what? How much did we raise? Just guess. 3,500 naira. What is that among the many things we need to buy to start up? That actually looks as if nothing good can come out of that business. But we took some courage and bought our first pressing iron. And we started marketing one customer after the other. Not by long. That same business today, a couple of years ago now, by the grace of God, has been able to have other branch. And today, creating other sources of business, including a real estate business I'm currently into now today. And that is one of the things I begin to think back and ask myself. Those were challenges that life was preparing me for. I never knew that was going to be part of my life. I wasn't prepared for that. And to you, my audience looking at me today, what is life actually preparing you for? Currently, right now, you may be in a state of discomfort or a state of comfort. But the truth of the matter is, what value are you getting out of life? Because the truth is, life is actually preparing for the future ahead of you. If you can only look inward and see the possibilities in the future ahead of you. And I begin to look back then, I begin to sit down and ask myself, how was I able to scale through all those others? Then one thing struck me, which I'm about to share with you today. Guess what? Is hunger for a change. My brother, my sister, a man that is down, fear no fall. And I began to learn that the hunger for a change actually helped me to get to the level where I am today. One of these days, I was listening to one of my mentors that I respect so much, the person of Dr. Cosmos Madoka, where he said he has allergy for poverty. Then I now begin to realize why some of these people were able to pull through in spite of nothing to start with. And as I begin to think deep about my own life also, I begin to ask myself, what was the next thing that actually helped me? And point number 2 today is get knowledge. I know one of the things you will say now is this, Michael, I Are you kidding me? What do you mean about getting knowledge? I don't even have money to start. Where will I start from? I understand. That's exactly what we're about to review today. Then one of the things I've learned is this. If you are a Christian, ask yourself, can you volunteer in any of your activity groups in church? For example, like the technical department. There you can actually learn valuable skills about editing, videography, and instruments. These are some of the ways you can actually get a skill. Or you are in the children unit in your church. You can actually learn a skill about starting a daycare. These are avenues you can actually learn for free of charge. Or you are the type that like events. Can you go to that event center near your house or near your domain and ask them, can I actually volunteer to serve in any department free of charge? While doing that, you can actually learn the skill of ushering, crowd control. These are valuable skills that you cannot afford to miss because these are relevant in this 21st century. This is very common. Then as I begin to journey through my life, I begin to ask myself, what next was the major thing that actually helped me? And this is also common among the very many successful people I know today, which is stay humble and teachable. The truth of the matter is this. What brought you here cannot sustain you. You must stay humble, stay teachable, and keep improving. These were some of the things that have helped me over the period of life. So I say to you, my audience today, what exactly is the situation in your life? What is life currently preparing you for? Because the truth is, life is actually preparing you for the future ahead of it. If only you can look around and look within and turn your lemons to lemonade. All depends on how you see life. Because the truth is this, you can actually start without money if you have the courage to what? Test. Have a good test for hunger for a change. And number 2 is get knowledge. And the third one is simply stay teachable and stay humble. Because the truth of the matter is this, no one lives long enough to make all the mistakes. We learn from those ahead. If you got value from today's episode, do well to hit the subscribe button, share this and like it. See you in the next episode. We'll be covering how to raise capital for the next project. See you at the top. God bless you.